a showdown tonight in Mackey Arena as the Northwestern Wildcats look to sweep the second-ranked Purdue Boilermakers. They were at 16 in that game.
That's going to be a tall task, but rebounding is going to be the game. Two stats to watch. Does Purdue turn it over, and can Northwestern lock down the defensive glass?
Braden Smith against Bowie to start things off. We saw in the first meeting, every time Zach Edey touched the ball, post trap came immediately. It's the plan again tonight. Here's Braden Smith. The runner drops. Illinois already.
You look at their schedule on the back half of those last 10, and there's a real opportunity for Northwestern.
Oh, Lance Jones. Talk about a guy who's made an impact. The Southern Illinois transfer makes it 5-0 Purdue.
That had to feel good for Lance Jones. 0 for 6 from 3 at Rutgers, but you know he can make them. They've been shooting it really well outside of that game, and they're just lines it up from the top of the key and drills it.
Ty Berry provides the... Smith, Nicholson chasing him out. That leaves Edey alone against Barnheiser. Northwestern.
You're stuck. Ball pressure has got to limit that pass, and that's how you take that away.
It is strong on the three from Barnheiser. Smith looking to push ahead to Jones to the rim for two.
Look at the way Purdue is just zoning up right now. Bowie gets a ball screen, and now Purdue's got to rotate out of it.
And Berry shoots the three over the zone. That'll get you out of the zone quick. Foul. It is not on Nicholson, so it's on Barnheiser. Would have been 2 on Nicholson, but instead, Barnheiser gets his first foul. 8 to shoot. Lawyer drives inside and rattles that one off.
Boy, a ton of contact there because Martinelli can really score with his back to the basket.
Bowie against Ethan Morton. Under 5 on the shot clock. Out it goes to Berry. Driving inside. Martinelli, the 3 at the horn. Drops. They used every tick of that shot clock.
He's playing with so much confidence.
And you and I were talking before the game. Would Northwestern's three-point shooting hot of late travel? So far it has. 3 of 5 from 3. They were shooting 57% the last 2 games from 3 as Lawyer answers with one of his own.
That was terrific by Braden Smith. Northwestern's being really...
There's Barnheiser. Mason Gillis on the floor and on him. Berry will try again from range and hits his 3rd three. Braden Smith, and he'll start it off. Quiet so far for Bowie. 2-point Purdue lead. Braden Smith in some trouble. Able to find Heidi rolling to the rim, and he'll go to the free throw line for a pair. Berry with the foul, sending Camden.
Understood the defensive concepts of Purdue. In a game where...
Are you surprised only 1 shot attempt for Bowie tonight, no points?
Yeah, no, but you know what? He kind of played his way into the game against Ohio State, too. Their balance was what was so impressive, and that's a great 2-man game. They're Ryan Langborg and Matt...
Last year's Matthew Nicholson over the last 2 weeks or so that we've seen all year. Averaging almost 10 points a game over the last 5. In the corner, off the feed. Gillis's 3 won't go. Edey there for the rebound. And there's...
As a coach, you know it's been preached. And I thought Northwestern...
Well, if you're Northwestern, you have to live with free throw. Barnheiser at the foul line. Bowie got an open look for the 3, and there's the first points for the league's 4th leading scorer. Again, this 3 won't go, and Nicholson will track it down. There is an intensity in Mackey Arena tonight. Barnheiser gives Northwestern the lead by a pair.
There's English on it, and Brooks Barnheiser is a real player.
He's just been tremendous in the last month. Jones, the split and the finish.
You're hedging that ball screen. You have got to stay connected.
In this first half for Jones. It's Langborg, steps back for a deep 2 and splashes it home.
Like offense, both these teams, and they can
play well in losses to Wisconsin, Nebraska. This team has a short memory, not just in games, but in possessions. 2 turnovers, and here's Boo going to the basket.
Right past Edey and got it over the big man. He's got 5 in a 23-19 Northwestern lead.
I just think it's been amazing to see how Northwestern has kind of had to refine themselves, because last year they were a team that played so much off their defense, and now you look at this group that they have shot the ball so well. A more offensive-oriented group. What ball-side defense nowhere to be found there with Zach Edey at the rim.
8:20 to go around the screen. The ball dropped off to Hunger, who tracks it down. Barry's had the hot hand early. He'll try a contested two, and he'll rattle it in.
He is out here balling.
Edey looking, finds Smith. Little hesitation, and then the attack off the window.
Langborg has regressed. Early in the season, that pull-up was almost automatic for him. Now shooting it better from three, but hasn't been nearly as good from two.
Hunger will try from deep. And Luke Hunger, who's 5 of 16 from three, have to get back quickly to defend Edey. A no-look pass to Edey, who's battling Hunger inside, and with one arm.
So far, but it's been some of the supporting cast guys. Lawyer has around those two.
That's 6 points now for Edey. Breaks
in the last 4 games, Kevin, he's only got 7 turnovers.
Yeah.
So it's really surprising to see that big number here in the first half.
Barnhizer, second time he's slipped, and Jones ends up with a loose ball to the other end for an easy two.
Absolutely right. We've seen Barnhizer just kind of lose his never. Absolutely.
3-point Purdue lead. Edey with the catch and fouled by Nicholson. I mean, like he had. Like that first game, it'll be up to Blake Preston. We've got a whistle and a foul, and now I believe Preston.
Offensive glass and shooting a ridiculous, almost 52% clip. I think John Blackwell has to be in that discussion as well, but certainly
affected statistic in college basketball. He'd lead the league. He'd lead the world because he affects so many shots. Smith picked up his dribble and found Lawyer for three. And a timeout. North. Bowie in some trouble, trying to keep his dribble alive. 9 to shoot, and he needs some help. 5 on the shot clock. Langborn from the elbow somehow got control of that to get that shot up.
Not only do you have the primary defender, but you've got Braden Smith behind him. Big time shot by Ryan Langborg. That silences the crowd here at Mackey.
But not a wine and cheese crowd, Robbie.
No, it's not.
Jones gets him going again. Barry launching. Can't find the range that he had early. Edey the rebound. Purdue looking to push and looking to extend the lead as Smith is fouled by Langborg on the way in.
Yeah, I don't think Chris Collins. Barry can make that shot, but boy, it can snowball on you in a hurry.
Of this game from the Wildcats. 2 free throws for Braden to bring it up. 17-2 Purdue run.
And Bowie and Barnhizer with just 7 points combined.
Bowie trying to get going. Rolls that one like a shot put at the rim and rolls around.
Yeah, it looks like he thinned that first team All Big Ten spot. Certainly a lot of basketball left, but God, he has just turned into such a good player.
And what a feed, finding the wide open Camden.
Frees Heidi, uncontested at the rim from Edey.
And dominating, as you might imagine, in the paint. 20-8 in points in the paint in favor of the Boilermakers. Here's Bowie elevating for 3, and he splashes down a huge. Langborg curling to the elbow, now has to back that one out. Northwestern within 8. Late first half. Hunger attacking against Edey, and he's fouled by the big man. He'll go to the line for a
great take right there. Made a big 3, but he's had 10 against Illinois, 10 against Michigan State.
Happened twice, and it will not happen. Luke Hunger. Edey with the swat. Smith, all of them. Short. And Edey trying to swat it again, but Ty Berry cradles.
It's a dangerous game for the Cats. They've got to be better on the glass.
Bowie starting to feel it. He's hit another 3.
He's 5 of 8 and now 3 of 4 from 3.
This little show by Preston to back Smith up. The lob inside. Karams off the hands of Heidi. Shot clock at 10. Smith with a shot fake. And Lawyer with the finish.
Nice decision there. Bowie and his ability to drive.
The runner short. Got a good look, though. Just a bit short on that one. 6-point game for Purdue. Oh, what a pass. Smith whips it into the corner. Open three for Mason Gillis.
It's just so high level.
With a play in him before halftime. Barry fakes the three, gathers, and hits a giant three for Northwestern.
What a great use of the shot fake right there. Heidi goes flying by, still tries to contest, but Ty Barry, another one from deep.
3 seconds. Smith lost it and a foul. He's going to shoot free throws with 1.8. He's a 79% foul shooter, and he hits the first.
This game back in December, they're going to have to score, and they for the most part, they've done that here in the first.
8 points and 9 assists for Smith, and a block for Heidi sends us to halftime. Yeah, only 7 turnovers. It wasn't a huge issue for Northwestern, but they came at some difficult times for the Wildcats.
Well, and just for that, they're a team that doesn't turn the basketball over. Langborg did a nice job of keeping that toe down. You look at their numbers on the year. I mean, they're 4th nationally in turnovers per game.
Yeah, only 9 per game, so they're closing in on their game number very quickly. Here's Barnheiser. They'd love to get him going in the second half. That's a good start.
And I like that they went right to Edey out there for the switch, but Lawyer wisely passed Edey off and took the ball himself.
There's Bowie against Lawyer. Ball tipped away, still loose. Bowie diving for it, able to save it, jumping into the front court. They've got to get a shot up. It's Barry from deep, and he hits!
Wow.
A scramble.
Touch the basketball.
There's Smith flips it out to Jones, back to Edey. There's that post trap, in some trouble. Edey going to work against Nicholson. Shot blocked with a foul.
Well, the cylinder rule, we might as well not even have it. And I think the rule stinks anyway, so
And Edey about it, just a collision, scrambling for the ball. Edey 1 for
hands, saves a bucket.
Eight to shoot. Edey deep in the post. Nicholson strips it away. Kaufman-Renn finds it, gets his own miss and puts it in. He'll go to the line for a chance at one more.
Of glass.
3-point play cannot go. Bowie at the scorer's table, waiting to come back in, still grimacing a little bit, twisted his neck around. Good post feed to Nick Martinelli and a good finish.
It's an elite pass and a great catch. And the way that Martinelli just kept his defender sealed up the lane, that was well done. Seems like a simple play, but those simple fundamentals get you buckets.
Nick Martinelli got bigger in the offseason, and he's been able to use that extra size and weight to his advantage at times this year. Kaufman-Renn just surrounded by purple.
And it's pretty amazing when you look at the minutes numbers for these Northwestern. A ton of minutes, and you said it, if they're going to win, this is going to be the guy that brings them home.
Yeah, it's not a surprise, Bowie. Seeing Barnheiser at 36 minutes a game is a bit of a surprise. Good work inside by Hunger.
He got right to the chest. I think Chris Collins talked about it post-Ohio State, the chip on his shoulder that he's kind of played on recently.
Kaufman-Renn, he's starting to be assertive. 5 now for the sophomore from Indiana.
You think back to that Illinois.
Hunger can't get it to go. Northwestern still not able to get an offensive rebound in this game. Braden Smith probing and draws the contact and the foul on Ty Barry. 3rd on Barry, and foul trouble starting to mount.
And play. And I also really enjoy thinking back to what he was as a fresh guy that you still know can give you 20. He's just a great, he's one of the best players to ever play at Northwestern.
Barry on the bench after picking up that 3rd foul before the timeout. Here's Martinelli throwing it towards the rim. Langborg scoops it up, a second chance. That's an offensive rebound for Northwestern. They've had 1. Bowie looking for second chance points. How about 3 of them? And Bowie brings the Cats with her. Hill inbound. Comes to Smith. Smith probing, has to hoist a shot, and he's fouled. Bowie with the personal. This team makes more free throws than anybody in college basketball. The break into Edey, working against Preston inside. Good defense
there, and Barnheiser really did the job from behind.
Bowie to work inside, drops it off for Martinelli. I don't know how he got it to Martinelli.
So impressed with what Chris Collins has done with this group this season.
This is a tough team to play in a tougher building. It's a one-point game in the second half. Here's Edey to work inside, and the hook through contact with Blake Preston drops.
That easily could have been a foul right there on Blake Preston. Effective for Purdue.
Inbound to Langborg. Baseline jumper drops. Northwestern within one.
Just a simple pin down.
You are shooting 61% from the floor in this game. And a steal by Barnheiser to the other end, looking for the lead, and he flips it over the rim.
He wanted to hammer that thing, but a little flat tire. What a play, though. Brooks Barnheiser in the passing lanes.
He really struggled in that first half. He's righted the ship in the second. Gillis, the open man. What a fight for three.
That's an
Langborg, the crowd quieter. Wow.
And those three guards tied
To flex their muscle. Here's Gillis, open again for three. Great look. Edey with a rebound, a little trouble with it, but a foul. The initial bobble was just the third made.
just 61% from the line.
And slides down. That's a slick spot over there. Barnheiser slipped there in the first half.
They got numbers. This is going to be an open one.
And Bowie will hit it. An open three gives Northwestern the lead.
Now Braden Smith coming up a little bit hobbled, but Northwestern taking advantage. What a battle tonight. This really has. A high-level basketball game.
Barnheiser trying for the steal. Instead, he got
Rated aspect to his game.
front end, pinballs out. Frustrated.
Chris Collins, his reaction, he did not like the shot.
Jones will turn the corner. Floats it over everyone. Edey there to clean it up.
He just wears you out. You know, every time having to block out.
Bowie for three. Rolls all the way out, and the rebound into the hands of Trey Kaufman-Red.
Lance Jones fortunate, because once again, Purdue going removed on the screen.
Purdue by one. We've got a whistle of foul. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Trey Kaufman-Red. Won't go, and we've got a whistle and a foul going against Purdue.
The missed foul shots. Massive possession here for the Cats. They're going into Martinelli and going to try to play through him.
There's Bowie against Jones. Shot clock down to 10 around the Nicholson screen. Bowie bump, dumps it to Nicholson for the two-hand flush. Nice game for a guy to develop his game.
Absolutely.
Over the course of a career.
He stayed in one place, and he's now won the last 2 years, and he's a great story.
Barry with the shot clock. Winding, rattles it down deep in the corner for two.
That's the second time tonight, Kevin, that we've seen him go to that step back, end of clock situation. He's taken some tough ones, some shots that maybe Chris Collins hasn't liked, but they are just stepping up end of clock and making a play.
Back to Edey. There's the trap from Martinelli. Return to Jones for three. Rattles home. We're tied. It's trying to beat Heidi to a spot. Into the corner, Bowie's three short. Rebound into the hands of Langborg. And the Wildcats back on top.
That's just a winning play by Ryan Langborg. No block out there by Purdue. He's just hanging around. And with all the big bodies, it's one of the smaller guards on the floor that makes the play.
Edey, there's the trap. Back to Jones. Got the open look. Same result.
That's like the same exact.
Langborg around that Nicholson screen. Valley Big Ten team this year. Mason Gillis to Lance Jones, all Valley. All defensive team as well in the Valley. Edey inside against Nicholson with that left hand hook.
Well done by Purdue because they the right block.
Bowie, a little hesitation on the way in. These two teams are so well coached. I don't know how many times we've seen excellent offensive sets out of timeouts as Bowie just splashes down a three.
I mean, going over the top of Edey, you could tell that he felt his presence there on that little hook.
Here's Smith. Back it goes to Edey. Trap comes late. Edey able to pass out of it, and Gillis used the timing of Nicholson, who got into the air late. 11 of 16 tonight as Gillis gets one more free. With 12 to shoot, it's back to Langborg. 7 to shoot. Bowie needs some help. Nicholson out to provide the screen. Bowie over Edey. Oh my goodness! Bowie! Raining it down from deep.
That's an incredible shot. Zach Edey at 7'4" is right there, but the ball is in the hands of the guy that you want, and Bowie once again with a heck of a play.
Edey left it short. The foul comes on Nicholson, and that's it. Biggs, Hunger, and Preston.
When Nicholson played that perfectly.
And Edey 0 for 2 for Northwestern. But they've only been able to take advantage to 16 points and only 7 better in the second half.
That's a crazy stat right there.
Edey's 5 of 10. Bowie hesitates. A lot of traffic. Wraps it around. How did he even see Brooks Barnhizer down there?
And you know what? With him off 2 feet, well, that's getting to his floater and making a play for somebody else.
5-point game for Northwestern. Looking to sweep the Boilermakers. Jones for 3. Rush
to keep Lance Jones on Bowie.
There's Bowie against Smith. Edey out. Smith will turn all the way in. No, Edey there, yes! The follow flush. Just to go in a tie game. This is where you need to get on your social media account and say, get to Big Ten Network now. Barnhizer going to work. Barry inside. Short. Edey. And as Purdue looks for the lead.
That just can't be the play that Chris Collins drew up in that huddle.
Here's Smith. We're going to slide under a minute to play, dare I say, in regulation. Smith working against Barry. Bouncing to Edey. Hunger all over him. Count the bucket. And the foul. Purdue leads.
By the sophomore point guard.
And Edey now 5 of 12 at the line. On the year, 74%.
This has got to be zero time. It's got to be Bowie who's got the ball in his hands to make this play.
He's matched up against one of the all-defensive team members in the Valley last year in Lance Jones. Here's Barry for 3. He is fouled. Ty Barry is fouled, and he's the foul. And Barry good on the first. He's in 20 tonight for Barry.
Factor for them. We talked about that in the first half. When he has played well, Northwestern has won.
It's all 3 to give the Cats the 1-point lead. We're looking at about a 7, maybe 7.5. Purdue's got a foul to get to that situation where they get him to the line. First things first. Smith. Wanted Edey, didn't get it to him. Lawyer with 11 on the shot clock. Lawyer will drive inside, flips it to the rim. That won't go. Edey is there for the rebound, and Edey is fouled. Second foul on Bowie. We're tied. Northwestern can work for the final shot of regulation.
You know where this is going. This is Bowie's time.
Bowie fouled by Jones. Foul to give. Barry will inbound. Bowie into the backcourt. Off he goes with 3 seconds. With 2 seconds, the floater short. Edey rebounds it. He wanted a timeout. We've hit zeros on the clock. Did he get the timeout before overtime?
Good about where they're at right now.
And Purdue will start with a basketball. Ellis wants it to get to Edey. One-on-one against Preston. Edey forcing it up and gets the roll.
And that's the risk you pay. You run.
On the bounce, Langborn will dump it down, and it rattles around off Preston's fingertips and through.
Preston there to finish the job.
Significant foul trouble for Northwestern. Remember, Nicholson fouled out before the end of regulation. A minute gone in overtime. Smith to Edey for 2+1.
Especially in pick and roll, because you look at Bowie, he's going to be the weak side help man. As Edey rolls, he's got to take on Edey, Gets him a little bit, but he's scared about getting back out to Lance Jones.
And now Edey at the line continues his struggles. Barry with the screen. Bowie. Jones back to cover. Drops it off. Hunger. Needs some help. Finds it from Barnhizer. Barnhizer pivots. Foul.
I think as he's going into that shooting motion, that is the right call down there.
Alas, no free chicken. Chickens rejoice across America as Braden Smith will walk it up. One-point game in overtime. Here's the Lawyer, shot clock under 10. Back it goes to Edey.
Just why grab him there?
Yeah.
He just kind of gave up possession, panicked, and we're going to sit down, and they didn't do it. that was high. Lesson learned.
Barry looking for the top. He's got it!
Out and gets contact with the leg of Morton, and that's why he ends up spraining that ankle.
See if they go at it. Barry goes down. Inside to Edey. A laser pass for Braden Smith. Langford for three. And Smith the rebound. Quick shot for Northwestern.
This ball needs to go inside.
There goes Edey on the roll. Smith. Point game.
And he's left so many at the line. I just truly hope that Purdue fans understand how great this dude is.
Bowie. Backs it out to Barry. Huge possession for Northwestern.
He just put a ton of English on that and lost control.
Man, they got exactly what they wanted.
Wow.
And a jarring screen by Edey.
It's loud in here, but if you're Blake Preston, the one thing you've got to do is let Ty Barry know that that screen is right there waiting on him.
Smith inside against Preston. 6-point Purdue lead. No timeouts for the Cats. Barnhizer against Gillis. Edey lurking. Counts the bucket. And the foul. What a response. Barnhizer 1 for 2 tonight. Gets the roll. Man, I mean, this has been some kind of game. Again.
Unbelievable. The last three have been instant classics.
3 seconds.
Where else would you rather be? It's an offensive foul underneath Gillis.
Overwhelmed Ty Barry right there and get him for the offensive foul.
And Northwestern with the chance now, down 3. Bowie. Probing, driving, scooping. No good.
The verticality there, though, by Gillis really affected that shot by Bowie at the basket.
Under a minute to go in OT. Matt Painter wants his timeout. In it comes to Braden Smith. Shot clock at 15. Here's Gillis in the corner. Smith off the shot fake. Open Lawyer for 3. Inbound to Bowie. Here we go. Bowie finds Martinelli. Roll into the rim for 2. And now Northwestern quickly will pressure and then foul. And Martinelli commits the foul. Lance Jones, 74% at the line. In that Rutgers game over the weekend, he's made some huge plays tonight. And a little stumble out of the shoe. They're 4 on 5 right now. Barnhizer lost his shoe on the inbound. The feed to Martinelli for 2. 4 on 5. They scored 2.
Reverse power play there for Northwestern.
Didn't even pull their goalie. And a foul on Langborg.
He's been shoeless.
And Jones misses the first. Tonight for Purdue. 1 for 2 is Jones. 5-point game. Inbound to Bowie.
If I'm Northwestern, I'm thinking 3 right here.
Barnheiser working inside against Gillis. He'll take the 2. It's a 3-point game. Inbound coming. And almost a steal. Oh, my goodness. That almost got taken away.
You've seen Lance Jones miss one. You got to make sure you meet your pass here.
Jordan Clayton on the floor for Northwestern. He has
went
5
way
fouls.
early.
Yeah, they went way early, and now into the inbound, and Jones is fouled. Almost lost his footing. Shoot 2 here. Two from 2 for Jones. Bowie. The 3 rolls off, no good. Rebound Gillis. Chris Collins is out livid. He's been tossed out of the game by Courtney Green, and this game is over. And it ends with Chris Collins getting ejected from West Lafayette. That shot missed, and Chris Collins was out on the floor in the face of Courtney Green, still upset about the previous call on the baseline. And Chris Collins goes over to give Zach Edey love as he leaves.
Well, there's Chris Collins. We've circled him here. His shot goes up. I think before that red light, we can't. Yeah, I guess it's impossible to tell right there how much time is on the. There's the red light, so there's definitely.
Yeah, there's. All right, so watch the clock above the backboard. They're gonna. You'll see if there is any time left. There's Chris Collins out on the floor. There's still at least a second and a half left in the game. There's 2.1 on the clock in a 5-point game after the technical and the ejection.
Well, what a game. and what a time game. You understand into regulation how good it is, but what a series this has been. I mean, both teams played so hard. Northwestern, once again, their guards fantastic, but Purdue, Braden Smith with the assists, Lance Jones making big plays, and Zach Edey he's overwhelming with his size and skill.
What a way to end January. Purdue 105, Northwestern 96. Sign me up for round 3 in March.